Hey, Mike.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome back, everybody, to MRanked episode 98. It's getting close to 100, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes me think we probably should have thought of something special. Anyway, fuck it. First thing of all, buy your shit.
Buy our shit, of course.
I got $6 today. That is an actual number. I like it.
Yes.
I needed to buy bread and bananas, so that's good. So, what are we doing today again?
Doing rank them. Not
It's one of those
rank.
It's one of those brackets thingies. Rank them. And if you can tell by the guy in the hammock in the back, it's Mr. Dustin Hoffman. There's a problem though. Haven't watched half his shit. Have you?
I've seen quite a bit. So yeah, I should be prepared for this. For the most part.
Okay. So I say we should bring in somebody who maybe knows more about this.
Yes.
Do you know Dustin Hoffman, Bo?
I know a bit. I like a lot of this, and I maybe recently watched some of his stuff, not necessarily just for this, just happenstance. It's not like this was something that was talked about like 2 weeks ago.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Definitely. It's not like we're playing shit.
Yeah.
I'm still don't think like I have enough knowledge on the man to, make opinions. So I decided to bring somebody else too. And here they are. What's up?
I did my homework.
Have you seen Hoffman movies?
Yeah, I did my homework last year. Hoffman was my second most watched actor last year. I think I got to 24, 25 of his films. I added a few this past week. But yeah, he is not my favorite actor because that's saved for somebody else. But he is right up there as probably my top 5 favorite actors of all time. I think he's absolutely incredible. So,
God damn, that is such a good idea. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm probably not gonna vote. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys because, to be honest, there's a bunch of these things I have never heard of or watched, of course. So, let's go with our patented brackets and start this thing off with all the president's men. Let me take this out. What do you guys think about this movie? I haven't seen this.
I just watched this today. I rewatched this today. This movie's absolutely incredible for what they're able to accomplish in. Basically, you're through these guys' entire writing of the paper of Watergate, and their intrigue and how they're able to make it entertaining throughout the whole thing, because it could be a very boring subject matter. I think if you tried to put this, but Hoffman and Redman, Redman,
the singer.
Sorry, shut the fuck up. Robert Redford is absolutely just. They work so well together on screen. So yeah, this is a great film.
I saw a story similar to this one, but it was called Dick, and it starred 2 girls, Michelle Williams and what's the other one? Shit. Mary Jane from Spider-Man. Bozeman, do you like this movie?
I do. I'll admit it's been a minute since I've seen it. It's been a while, but I remember liking this one. And I just want to shout out the Iowa school system, because this was something that we didn't really learn about in school. We kind of glossed over it. So I really learned about this from all the President's Men. So shout out to the crappy Iowa public school system for that. But no, this one's great. I think I like Redford. I think Hoffman is fantastic in this movie. He's my favorite performance from it. And yeah, this was just something that I didn't, when I first saw it when I was like 14, 15, it was something that like I was not super familiar with. So.
And I think this just almost solidifies like 76 as like one of the top Oscar classes, and for Rocky to beat this one in network and stuff is kind of insane. But yeah,
I give Rocky over this. I give Network
I
over
understand.
Rocky.
Mike Hanley, have you seen this movie?
Yes, I have. It's great. I like this movie a lot. Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford are fantastic. I saw this actually in high school, and then I hadn't seen it until The Post was coming out. Because since The Post was a quasi sequel to it, I ended up rewatching it, and I enjoyed it even more. Yeah, this is a great Dustin Hoffman pick.
Which
Is
one's
it
better, this or
better?
The Post?
Wait,
I knew it was going there.
which is better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's disgusting for you to say, sir.
Also, is it better than Dick?
It's better than Dick.
Well,
Oh, let's see
So that
what it's going
movie-
against.
that movie goes against actually one I have seen, and it's a great fucking movie. Wag the Dog.
Oh,
Breaking hearts early.
one
I
of
love it.
these has to go out round one.
Now remember, if one of you can't vote for one of
Kung Fu
these,
Panda
you go to the
3 is
chat.
Probably going to be another matchup, but no, one of these has to go out round one.
As soon as he said it's a great fucking movie, and I went, oh no, it's Wag the Dog, and then it showed up.
This is satire at its best. I actually
Yes.
really enjoyed this movie, and it didn't even come to theaters here. This is one that I actually had to discover in the video store because we used to only get blockbusters. It's a little better now, but Central America is still pretty crappy. Bringing like good shit to theaters. And yeah, Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman, man, trying to fake a war to like hide some fucking bullshit from the president. It's fucking brilliant, and I never forget the quote. Like, why does the dog wag the tail? Because the dog is smarter than the tail. If the tail was smarter, it would wag the dog. Fucking yay. Mike, do you seen this movie?
Yes, it's been a very long time since I've watched this, but I enjoyed it. I think this is a good Dustin Hoffman movie. Robert De Niro is fucking fantastic in this. I'm glad that this is actually going against All the President's Men because we are slicing and dicing early.
Boatman, have you seen Wag the Dog?
I love Wag the Dog. I think this movie is so brilliant. I think this is such a smart movie. I love political films. I love these kind of backstage political films. And when David Mamet does political films, he's like if Aaron Sorkin got drunk and pissed off. Like that's what Wag the Dog is. It's like if you took West Wing but took out all the optimism. Like, and this film is fantastic. Just the way Hoffman is constructing everything and having a lot of fun, but he's also like very nervous. And De Niro is kind of the more intense presence to it. Really works. I love Woody Harrelson in this movie. Woody Harrelson is amazing here. Yeah, I really like this one, and I don't know what I'm going to pick because
So
Cody Newberry, have you seen it?
Bowman told me when he knew I was doing Hoffman, he told me to make sure I watch Wag the Dog. And Wag the Dog, I think, is one of the films that when Hoffman outshines De Niro by a large margin in this movie, which is not an easy thing to do. Not that De Niro's not great in it, but that's how good Hoffman's playing this character. Why the fuck do these have to be the first matchups? Because they're two totally different films. They are 100% two totally different films, and there are reasons why. Basically, where you're going to go in line with what you're going to get in line with Hoffman is his comedic presence and even his more serious stuff. So, yeah, this is going to be rough. I think they're both great, and you're an asshole, and you need to start doing a ranking system, okay?
Cody, what do you vote for?
I'm voting for All the President's Men for the fact that I think there are other comedic elements of Hoffman that will sign higher than Wag the Dog. So I'm going with
Mike,
that one.
you voting for Wag the Dog, right?
Am I?
I don't know, man.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm sorry, Bowman. This is going to be a quick one. I'm going All the President's Men.
That makes
Makes it easier for him.
Not
Yeah.
what I was deciding, so I'm not mad. I don't know. I think I would probably lean Wag the Dog because I love that one, but I'm not mad that All the President's Men goes through because like.
And remember, if one of these choices is too harder, we'll go straight to the fucking chat.
What he's going to be mad about, is when something shows up and shouldn't be over Wag the Dog. That's what he's going to be mad.
That's when I'll be mad. Is one of these next round one matchups where both the matchups are not as good as Wag the Dog because Nazario doesn't know how to seed things.
I do know how to troll, which is what I'm always.
That's very true. That is very, very true.
So for the next matchup, we got Tootsie.
Okay.
I've seen Tootsie. I think it's pretty funny. I don't think it's as great as everybody else thinks it is, but I mean, Bill Murray is great. I don't know. You guys like Tootsie?
Yeah. No, Tootsie's super fun. I think that this is kind of in the era of like, in terms of 80s comedies, you kind of had the more outlandish wild comedies, and then you had these kind of more sophisticated comedies, and Tootsie is kind of like right in the middle. It's a little bit of both. You kind of get that National Lampoon style that was coming in, especially with like Murray and some of the craziness of plot, that final soap opera monologue, which is amazing and hilarious. But you also get like a lot more groundedness, and that's what I think Sidney Pollack really brings to this movie as the director. So I think this is fantastic. I really like the supporting cast in this, particularly Terry Garr and Jessica Lange. And Bill Murray is like one of the great movie roommates. So this one's super fun.
I mean, Bill Murray here and Brad Pitt in True Romance, man. Those roommates,
Be quiet.
What did he say?
This is what he said.
Oh shit!
I mean, when people talk about Hoffman's performances, a lot of people have him number one as his role as Tootsie in that role because how he's able to play both of them and does an amazing job. I get the pushback on it because a lot of people don't really like it, but I think overall the heart of this movie when it hits, it really hits. I think it drags a little bit. That's my only complaint about this movie. I think once they because the last scene is really good of the movie, but it takes a while to get to that last scene. And again, her monologue is incredible. But yeah, I love Dustin Hoffman as Tootsie. I can't wait to rewatch it. I gave it 3.5 the first time I watched it, but I think it could go up with rewatches because I think it honestly is good. Bar's an old man, so like literally anything pisses him off. Like he hates it when somebody gives him a steal. Like
he was pretty fucking angry yesterday with Kirk Steaks. Hanley, what about Tootsie?
Yeah, I actually kind of agree with Cody here, where I do enjoy it, but it does drag for me. I actually I was going to rewatch it this week, but I just didn't have the time with work, so I'm going to be rewatching it next week. But Bill Murray is fucking fantastic in this. I love Bill Murray in this. He is a fucking fantastic roommate. Well, yeah, overall, I enjoy it.
He is Peter Beckman, so
I'm trying to see what's going to go up against it.
A movie I actually never heard of. So here you go, American Buffalo.
How does that work?
I don't know. Is this
okay?
Is this a good movie? I don't know. Have you guys seen it? Right?
I have. This is boomers angrily yell about society for an hour and a half. That is this movie has no plot. This movie has no plot.
This movie then.
Yeah, Bar. This is like going to be his best picture. I saw it on Prime. I saw that Hoffman was in it, so I said, gotta watch it. Basically, those two characters sit in a room and bitch about today's society for the full hour and a half, and then the movie ends. It is old people. It is. I predict this, and I'll probably get some hate from it later. Put Kurt Kolakowski and Brian Michaels in the room and let them talk for an hour and a half about the people in this community. You'd have that movie sequel. This is literally what would happen.
Both, have you seen it?
I have not.
Mike, have you seen it?
Based on Cody not liking it, I feel like I will also not like it, which is sad because it's David Mamet dialogue, and I like David Mamet.
Shit, I
What do you
actually
think?
haven't. This is one of the ones on you guys' list I didn't see.
It was a play. Wow. Well, the play was a bad adaptation to it.
I mean,
Tootsie goes forward.
There's everything that is usual a play when it's two people sitting in a room for 90 minutes. You know.
I mean, that's true. Wag the dog goes up against all the president's men, but freaking Tootsie has to go up against American Buffalo.
Am I assuming correctly that we are putting Tootsie in round two?
Tootsie.
Yeah, Tootsie.
Okay.
Yeah, I take Wag the dog over both Tootsie.
Whoa. Well,
You don't.
I agree with you.
Okay, yeah.
It's closer
the next
than
one. It's a movie that I completely forgot Dustin Hoffman was in it at all because all I can remember is the sandwiches. Chef.
Yeah,
I like that bar. Good idea.
Don't watch this movie if you're not eating because it'll make you hungry.
Oh yeah.
I watched this, and my last DoorDash bill was so high because I think I ordered from 6 restaurants. No, I'm just kidding. No, this movie. This is not as much as these are where it's tack because this is not a Dustin Hoffman movie.
No.
This is a Dustin Hoffman role.
Yeah.
He plays a great role in this. Him yelling is up there as my favorite parts of any movie is when Dustin Hoffman gets very angry and starts yelling. But the real stars of this movie is everybody but Dustin Hoffman. I mean, if we're being real, he's in 2 scenes basically, and he goes, "Wait, you're not making the sweetbreads, are you? Remember when you made the sweetbreads? I'm not making fucking sweetbreads." Like it's angry with him. He's like, so I really love Chef. Chef was in my top 100. I think Chef's an amazing movie. But I don't. It matters what it goes against for me with Hoffman because it could be out.
I do have a question. Who the hell's named that part of the chicken sweetbread? Because it's not sweet and it's not bread.
Talk to Brooklyn.
Both.
The scenes with Dustin Hoffman, even though like he's not in this movie very much, the scenes with Dustin Hoffman are my favorite scenes in the movie. I think Dustin Hoffman is the best part of this movie. And I think he's the one who kind of delivers some of like the meta punch that this is kind of really reflectant of Favreau's time making Iron Man 2. Because with him being like, no, you stick to the formula, you give the people what you want, don't worry about pleasing the critics. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Dustin Hoffman is kind of supposed to be like a metaphor for, at the time, what was Paramount Studios and maybe even Kevin Feige, dare I say it, who has relaxed and kind of opened up the doors creatively for more people after this and Edgar Wright kind of blew up in his face. But Chef is fantastic. It's not a Dustin Hoffman movie, but Hoffman's my favorite part.
But Jon Favreau also made Cowboys and Aliens, and that movie's bad.
Sure.
Mike Hanley, what do you think about The Chef?
Yeah, I love this movie. The thing I love most about it is it's just a good feel movie. Like this is just to have a good time with. You fucking go through it and you're happy throughout the goddamn movie. Seeing all the food and shit, it makes you fucking hungry as shit. But all the performances are great. The chemistry is off the fucking charts with those 3, John Leguizamo, Jon Favreau, and his son. It's just a great fucking time. I can put this on anytime I'm feeling down and just fucking have a great time with it. Dustin Hoffman, his small parts in it are fucking fantastic. I love him in this movie.
Before you discard Chef, you need to read. It's important.
Yeah, no, sorry. Oh, jeez. Duh.
Okay. So, Chef is gonna go
Yeah.
against. Huh. I saw this. It's not good. The Tale of Despero.
Okay. Well, that's easy. Cody, have you seen this?
I have not.
Mike, have you seen this?
I have.
Okay. I saw this in theaters, and I loved the book as a kid. This movie is bad, but it's a really weird kind of bad. There's a giant man made out of vegetables in this movie. That is a thing that actually happens. There's just a man who comes to life who's just made of like a random assortment of gourds. It's spooky. I don't like it. No, thank you.
Yeah, the animation is pretty weird, and the story itself. I never read the Tale of Despero, but if the story is any indication from this movie, doesn't feel pretty original. Or
the book is much better, but it's much darker, and they didn't want to make a dark movie.
They usually are. Fucking books, man. Have you read the original Green Tales?
I've heard the differences.
Yeah. You know how the witch the old woman knew Rapunzel was seeing a man? Because one day she showed up like with a big ass belly, like, I don't know, what is this? What is happening to me? Fucking baby is what it is. Okay. So yeah. The Tale of Despero or Chef? What do you guys think?
Chef.
That was also
it's funny. There's a man made out.
One cooks with vegetables. Apparently, the other one is made of vegetables.
Would be a better movie if vegetables came to life. Only Phil Vischer would know.
The next one is a more recent movie. The Meyerowitz Stories. New and selected. This also showed up in our Adam Sandler thingy the other day. Because it's actually one of those with a big cast and a lot of people. Have you guys seen this?
I rewatched this today because I did not remember it. Because I saw it when I was like 17. And I liked this much more this time around. The dialogue in this movie is brilliant. The way these characters talk over each other is the most realistic thing. As someone who has all the siblings that I have are actually half siblings, this dynamic between the siblings in this feels so realistic and so personal. This is a movie I'm going to watch again because this movie absolutely resonated with me in certain ways in the dynamic between the siblings. And Hoffman is amazing. He should have been nominated for an Oscar. The fact that he wasn't is ridiculous. Ben Stiller. When Ben Stiller does movies like this, he proves that he's one of the most underrated actors working today. Like, he's incredible and he doesn't get enough credit. Like this, Royal Tenenbaums. He's just fantastic. Noah Baumbach uses failing marriages like J.J. Abrams uses lens flares.
Yeah, but Ben Stiller also did The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Cody, have you seen Meyerowitz?
I just love that Nazario's trump card is, well, he did this. Yeah, so where it didn't land for Sandler, I think it lands harder for Hoffman. Because I think Hoffman is the true star of this movie. Just his delivery. And I went down a little bit of a kick down. This is Noah Baumbach, right? I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. I went down on a kick on his movies. And the one thing is, not all the movies are for me, but the one thing that he does is tackle like real life scenarios the most realistic way possible. And this dynamic between everybody in this is the most, like, even if you don't know, they're not related, you seem like they are related with how the script is written and how everything works together. I think it's an outstanding movie. I can't wait to rewatch it. I was going to rewatch it, but I needed to watch All the President's Men again because it's been the longest. So yeah, great movie. Hoffman, I agree. Hoffman should have been nominated.
Mike Hanley.
I said my piece with this doing the Adam Sandler thing, but I was going to bring up what Boatman said, which is the script in general, the dialogue is fucking fantastic in this. The performances are all great, and this is one of the few Adam Sandler's later works that I actually really enjoy. And it's a good movie.
It is. I agree, and it's one of the ones I actually have seen. So let's see what it goes against. Oh man, it goes against one of my fucking favorite movies of all time. That is barely none of my top 100. Dick Tracy. I love this movie. I honestly, to God, love Dick Tracy. I think it's a great role for Warren Beatty. I love every one of the famous actors doing the hamming it up for the villains. I love Mumbles, which is Dustin Hoffman. He just fucking plays Mumbles to a T. Pacino's great in this. What?
Go to Cody first.
No,
Okay,
Cody last.
I don't know. I really love this. I like the twist with Madonna. I like the kid. The kid is the kid from Hook, Mike. It's the kid from Hook, Mike.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't know. Somebody. Who else here loves Dick Tracy?
Bowman, you go.
I don't love Dick Tracy. I enjoy Dick Tracy for what it is, which is just pulpy 1940s ridiculousness. I like the style. I like the style. This movie is 100% the definition of style over substance, and I really like the style. I think it's just kind of this over the top 40s. In like the late 80s and early 90s, there was kind of this trend where films would kind of do this 40s style throwback, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Batman 89, The Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, and I really like the aesthetics of
all great fucking movies, by the way.
And Cody hates the aesthetics of all those movies. So I think that's kind of what it is. If you're not into the aesthetic, you're gonna have a bad time. I really like the aesthetic, and I think this movie is just a really fun, pulpy action movie. So I enjoy it. I get why people hate it. If you're not in the style, you're not gonna have a good time.
Michael.
Yeah, I agree with Boatman here that it is definitely style over substance. I have a good time with this movie. It's not fucking fantastic by any means, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit is definitely the better version of the style over substance of this. So yeah, I still enjoy it. Is it one of Dustin Hoffman's best roles? No. No, not at all.
But William Forsythe as Flat Top. It's amazing. Yeah. Cody, what do you think about Dick Tracy?
Dick Tracy has to be one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. When this thing started, I thought I clicked on the wrong thing. Honestly, I did. And then these fucking the practice no, I can't even go into. I hate this movie. I hated everything about this movie, and the fact that Hoffman is in this movie. I said, man, I hope he got paid well. And then isn't Pacino in this too? Yeah, Pacino's in this.
Yeah.
And then you have Dustin Hoffman and Pacino in this movie, and you fucking give me this? Fuck you. Terrible. And this is better than Roger.
Mandy Patinkin is also here. James Caan. They're all great.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the better one, but that's still like a bronze medal of all.
How dare you, sir?
That movie's not great.
Meyerowitz or Dick Tracy.
I'll leave the call right fucking now if anybody puts Dick Tracy in.
Merowitz is absolutely the 100% the better movie.
I would vote Dick Tracy.
Of course you would.
Oh, you would? Nazario? No fucking clue.
I actually do, in fact, love Dick Tracy. So,
and I still don't know what the hell your system is, because that makes no sense. Dick Tracy and that going against each other makes no sense with what was on our sheets.
The next one is a poster I've seen a lot in video stores, but never actually rented. Family Business.
Get it, Bowman.
I'm pretty sure, Mike, have you seen this?
I have not seen this one.
I think I'm the only one on this call who's seen this. This is a movie that on its own, it's good. I wish with the amount of talent that is involved in this movie, it theoretically should have been better because it's Sidney Lumet directing, Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, and to a lesser extent, Matthew Broderick. But
Thank
Sean
you for the
Connery
lesser.
and
I was
Dustin
going to say.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick is.
You put some respect on fucking Simba's name, bitch.
He's
All right?
great as Ferris Bueller. He's great in Election. That's about it. But
That
just,
motherfucker saved Pride Rock.
he's actually. I will actually. Say, he is good in this movie. He's good in this movie. I will say. But Family Business. I think this is a fun crime movie. It's nothing spectacular, but I really like kind of the dynamics of you've got Sean Connery, who is this like former criminal, and Dustin Hoffman, who is trying to get his son away from that, and Broderick, who's kind of being pulled in, and they all have to do a heist together. That's really fun. This movie kind of goes off the rails in the last half hour, but I do like this movie a lot.
You know the best thing Matthew Broderick ever did? Getting his ass trolled by Reese Witherspoon in Election.
Worst thing he ever did was killing 2 people.
The best thing he ever did. Did you say the best thing he ever did?
I said the worst thing he ever did.
Oh, I'm just saying the best thing the man ever did was fucking free a bunch of lions. Show some fucking respect. And kill his uncle.
The next one is a seminal Dustin Hoffman role. The Holiday.
These two are up against each other, but Wag the dog has to go off in the corner. Cool.
This is what hell is really about. Oh, go ahead.
Has
It's
anybody
a cameo.
actually seen that?
That's a cameo. I haven't watched the full movie, but I watched this cameo. It's a fine cameo, but
It's a fun cameo. I really like
bring
that.
back Wag the dog.
But yeah, let's just give it to Family Business.
Yeah, let's give it to Family Business because one's got
Family
Sean
Business.
Connery in it.
Yeah.
Fair.
And the guy who saved Pride Rock.
Really. Business.
He's the best thing about Glory, too.
No.
I was waiting.
The next one is a movie I started watching and I never finished. The Graduate.
You will start to, because I gave it to you as an assignment.
Fuck.
Nazario, you do not get to complain about what movie you got. You do not get to complain.
I got no.
Next year, be like Mike and say, fuck that shit. I ain't doing it.
Nah, man. I probably watch it. But the part I watched already, I don't get it. It was okay. So you guys go for it.
I'll start with this because these two. Yeah, I enjoy this movie. This movie is fun. Dustin Hoffman is fucking fantastic in this, man.
So that's what that's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mike Nichols is fucking
They play
directing the shit out of this.
Robinson.
Yes. I love all the performances in this. Great chemistry. This is an early Dustin Hoffman that I really fucking enjoy. And it definitely should move forward in this. I don't know what it's going against, but it should move forward. Unless you're putting it against the one, I think you might. And I'll be pissed.
Cody, do you like The Graduate?
Do I like The Graduate? So The Graduate is one of the greatest films ever made. It is a perfect film, I will say.
A perfect fucking
film.
movie?
It's a perfect fucking movie. This is the first movie that I care about editing, direction, the camera work, the cinematography, the pacing of the thing. Everything that plays into this movie is what I actually care and pay attention to in this movie. Because it's not just, it's a simplistic story when you look at it thing. But what Mike Nichols is able to add to this movie makes this movie go from like here to beyond. It's a story about a guy just getting out of college and knowing what to do with his life, and then falls down this terrible like love triangle that he gets himself into, and he's just trying to figure out the world around him. I think it's absolutely incredible. Me and Paul have talked about this. There's a shot with Anne Bancroft in the corner, and like it scans out. It's one that will stay in my memory forever. I think it's one of the most incredible shots in film. And then when they're on the bus at the end, it's such a great story. I love The Graduate, and the soundtrack. Oh, let's go! Soundtrack's so good in this movie.
I guess you liked it. So
you gonna talk to Bowman about it?
I know. Skipping Bowman.
Oh, well, did it? Fuck.
No, I went first.
I'm gonna get it back. Boom. There we go.
This movie is amazing. The fact that Anne Bancroft didn't win the Oscar is ridiculous. I like Katharine Hepburn and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Anne Bancroft deserved it way more. This is one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. I say that as a big Simon and Garfunkel fanboy, but I think The Graduate is one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. I think it has one of the greatest endings of all time. This is like my one or my two. It's between these two for what my favorite Hoffman movie is, and it goes back and forth. And I really hope we don't have to have that matchup until like the finals.
Okay, now we're gonna see what it's gonna go up against.
I'm trying to think of this one or two. I should know it, but I don't know what to hit.
Oh shit! This is actually a fun movie. It's going against Hero.
I haven't seen it. Give it to The Graduate.
Yeah, let's do it on Graduate.
Has anybody?
I
Has
looked
no
this
one
up.
here seen Hero?
You said you were added to the list. I saw it was $2.99, and I said, I'll pass.
I mean, nobody has seen it.
It's on my list to
I haven't
watch
seen
because
it.
it's Hoffman, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'll talk a bit about it.
There you
Uh,
go.
You know we didn't see it. We shared a list that said what we saw, what we haven't seen. Rosario, stop playing dumb.
I like it, man. It gets the lulls. Okay. This movie is about an airplane accident that happens. Like a plane crashes and there's a bunch of people who are like gonna die, like get burned inside of the wreckage and shit. And then the mysterious person shows up out of nowhere, who actually ends up being Dustin Hoffman, who's a thief. And he shows up and basically saves everybody while being a fucking grumpy ass. And then he just doesn't want any credit for it. He just he wants to stay out of it. His kid is everybody's wondering who the hero is, who the secret hero is. And it's not until they offer, I think they offer $1 million, like, to the hero, just because one of the person he saved was a reporter on a big channel, and he wanted to know who it was. Fuck it, Garf. And fucking Andy Garcia shows up and takes the credit for it.
That might be the best message that's ever been given on any show anytime.
Let's put it up again.
Rosario's describing Hero while we all check our text messages.
The thing is that nobody believes him, and he's great. Okay. Hero gets my vote. Fuck you. I'm not voting today.
Oh, that was fucking
Are
brilliant.
you gonna fucking vote?
It's Graduate.
The Graduate. Are you kidding me? None of us have seen the other one. This ain't
Oh, you
Spanking
know
the
what?
Monkey.
You know what? You convinced me. No, thank you.
You know what? I'm disappointed, especially on you, Mike. You watch all this 90s shit. What the fuck were you doing? You couldn't fucking see Hero.
He was watching Reanimator for the 14th time or something.
You know what?
Goddamn
Fuck
right.
the next movie for that, Mike. I'm not voting for Hook.
Yes. Fucking Hook. The definitive. Fucking Peter Pan
Jason
story.
Isaac was a better Captain Hook.
Fuck you. Nazario's gone. Fuck him. This is Hook, baby. Fucking Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook. It's fucking amazing. That costume in general wins the fucking movie, man. That costume is fucking brilliant. God, Bob Hoskins as Shmi is so fucking hilarious. Their back and forth together is amazing. Robin Williams is fucking incredible in this movie. I love everything about this. I don't care that the fucking ship looks exactly like a goddamn backlot, like they're on fucking set. It's still amazing. I love this movie to death. Fucking A, man. Hook all the way. Go ahead, Cody, and we'll bring Fuckface back.
Okay, so I'm really worried for Mike because it depends what it goes against.
Oh no! Don't do this to me.
I love Hook. I'm a Hook defender. People that hate Hook I understand the critiques for Hook. Maybe the first 30 minutes of Hook. I think it's very slow to get going, but once it gets going, I enjoy the whole thing about Hook.
We got Phil Collins as a detective in the first 30 minutes. How dare you, sir?
Overall, Dustin Hoffman probably gives one of his best roles in Hook. Regardless of what you say about the film, he's the best part of Hook. There's not he is fully committed to the entire thing and
yes.
Cares probably more than anybody else on set about those roles. So that alone has him and Hoskins. They just work really well together. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We'll see what it goes against.
Bowden, do you like fake Captain Hook here?
I think.
Before you answer, Bowman, you want to stay on this call? That is the question we need to know.
Hold on. I think that the discourse around this movie is ridiculous because I think that the people who passionately hate Hook are insane. I think this is a weird movie to passionately hate. Would I say I really love this movie? No. It's not a movie that necessarily works for me. Do I say I love certain elements of this movie? Yes. Specifically, Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins. I think they are super duper fun. I don't love the stuff on Neverland. That's just me personally. I'm like the stuff with like the Lost Boys on Neverland. Like with
Fair.
I'm not big on that. That's when it kind of just becomes like another Goonies, which I'm just not big on like the Goonies style, the Hook. Like it's not my type of movie. It's not necessarily bad, just not my type of movie from that point. The stuff
The Goonies suck though.
Yeah, the stuff that actually
Cody.
has Captain Hook and Smee and the kids and the baseball game. That's the greatest game of baseball I've ever seen in a film. I stand by it.
Twilight.
What is this gonna go
God
against?
damn.
This was originally gonna go against the Cobbler. Because you fucking messed with me, motherfuckers. I made an audible, and I took the Cobbler out of the running. And I replaced it with another movie.
I will kill you.
I replaced it with another movie that is not the one coming out, but my system adjusts. So now it goes against Will Ferrell's Stranger Than Fiction.
This is an easy choice for me. I'm sorry. Stranger Than Fiction, I think, is one of the most underrated movies of the 2000s. I think this movie is brilliant. I think this movie is so smart. Dustin Hoffman, not one of the bigger parts in it, but I think his stuff is great and some of the best stuff. I think this is one of, if not Will Ferrell's best performance. I think he is amazing in this. And this is maybe my favorite Will Ferrell movie. I think this movie is just so well written and so funny and so heartbreaking. It's brilliant. If you haven't seen Stranger Than Fiction, watch it. It's really underrated. People don't talk about this enough. Like people thought, but it doesn't get brought up enough, and that's just a shame because I think all the performances are incredible, and just the story and the subject matter. This is just I love those kind of fantasy comedies that have a bit more of like a dramatic edge, like this and Groundhog Day and that type of thing. And I love this movie.
I like the invention of lying.
You're an asshole, Nazario. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're an asshole. I like Stranger Than Fiction a lot. I've seen it one time, but it's it's such an interesting concept, and they play it really well, and they even have Will Ferrell in there, and not to make it like this entire like. It could get very cheesy, very stupid real fast, but it has a lot of heart on it. So this could be a tough choice.
Motherfucker. You couldn't put it against the fucking cobbler, you son of a bitch. You couldn't have put it against the fucking cobbler. God damn it.
Why do you work with this guy, Mike? He's an asshole.
I don't know.
So vote, fuckers.
I'll let Bowman vote first because I already know the direction he's
Stranger
going.
Than Fiction. I'm sorry. I think Hook is fun. Stranger Than Fiction is brilliant.
Hook is brilliant. I'm going Hook. Fuck you. Cody, come on.
Stranger Than Fiction.
Are you shitting me, Cody? God damn it. Better Dustin Hoffman performance, motherfucker. It's
I
Hook.
know, but the movie
It's
is
the
better.
Dustin Hoffman bracket. Go with better performance.
Yeah.
Okay, I switch my vote. I'm going to Hook.
No!
Fuck yes.
I know. I'll make it up to you later, but this one's not one that we're gonna die on. It's okay to go.
Okay, that's fine.
Give Mike a little bit of joy.
It's not really a Dustin Hoffman movie, so that's fair.
Right. Yeah. And Hook does not work without Dustin Hoffman.
That's,
Yeah, it's named after the motherfucker. Hook.
Fine. Well, I voted for Hook. What the fuck?
Yes, bro. You son of a bitch.
This is the Stranger Than Fiction is the perfect shit you like, man. What? Jesus.
No, it's too. If it was black and white and set in the 40s, he would like it. It's too modern.
Okay. The next one is about rape. Slip.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I mean, it is. Fuck.
God
No,
damn
it's
it,
not.
I would hate for Nazario to like be the MC of like a school talent show. Okay, Wilson's parents are getting a divorce. Here's him singing "I'm a Little
No,
Teapot."
can you imagine him introducing the next award in a war show? The next best picture is about rape. Well, there's more going on in there, but it starts with rape. The fuck is wrong with you?
Jesus Christ.
I like slippers. I actually, when we are in high school in a Catholic school like I was, we're supposed to go to something called social service for 1 month, and that means moving out of your house, going to a small town, no electricity, no water, no nothing, and help out. And we built a kitchen in a school. It was all great, but the sad thing is I couldn't watch a fucking movie for a month, and I was itching. So when my dad picked me up in the way back, they had a party at my house, and I was like, I don't want a fucking party. Just drop me at the theater. I need to watch a movie. I'm itching. My dad's like, you're an asshole, but I'll do it. And he dropped me in the theater, and they had to wait for me for 2 fucking hours at home to say welcome back because I was watching a movie. This is the movie I watched. I loved it.
I'll say this about the movie. Before I get into the movie, the greatest part about this movie is the fact that it's based off a book that was supposed to be a true story, and then they fucking found out that he lied about the entire thing. It's just so fucking fantastic. There's no reason to say it was a true story. This movie is fucking amazing. I love this movie, man. All the performances are great. Kevin Bacon plays the biggest dick in this movie. He plays it so fucking well. I want them to shoot him in the fucking face. Like, he is so fucking fantastic as the biggest fucking asshole ever. And then you got Jason Patrick and Brad Pitt together. They're fucking great. Brad Pitt is I love how Brad Pitt's character plays this, as he's going in as the prosecutor and no one fucking knows that he is, like, the characters don't know that he is actually trying to help them, because Dustin Hoffman is a drunk lawyer, and they just don't trust that he can do it by himself. So they bring him in to help out.
The best fucking thing about the whole thing is that when they finally see Kevin Bacon when they're grown up and like they're like assassins and shit, the guy doesn't even fucking remember them.
No.
And when they're like, we are
clue.
We are these people from this place, you fucked, and the guy's like, well, I mean, I straighten you out, right?
Oh,
Fuck you,
the
man.
first thing he says is, "Oh, how's it going?" Like, god damn, it's fucking incredible. Yeah, I love this movie. This movie's fantastic.
Have you guys seen this movie?
Yeah, I watched it for this because Cody told me to. I love what I call snowball movies, where one little thing kind of bleeds into another little thing that just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating. And that's what this is. It's one little simple action of them trying to take the hot dog cart. That is the catalyst for everything that happens afterwards. It's like watching a bunch of dominoes falling. I do like Dustin Hoffman in this movie. I wouldn't call this like a Dustin Hoffman movie because he's not in it very much.
Yeah.
But to me, the standout performance in this is Robert De Niro. He is like the emotional.
Christ.
I was really hoping when I said that. I was like, okay, please, Nazario Mike. I know you're USQ fan.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was going to that.
Robert just out of nowhere shoots me in the face with it. Probably wrong metaphor to use. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Robert De Niro is so good in this movie. I think he's the best performance. Really kind of playing just all the emotional aspects of this character, the kind of fear, the anger, the love, the resentment. I think De Niro is phenomenal. I think this movie is great. I think Barry Levinson is just an underrated director, and as we see, when he works with Dustin Hoffman, he does a really good job. So yeah, I think it's great.
Guard stole our joke.
God damn, Garth, it's fucking on point today.
Fuck it. I got another one. You know, the lesson for this movie, guys, is don't do hot dog if you don't want to get raped. Go.
Sorry.
Well, you were on Twitch.
Jesus Christ.
I laughed because I looked down at my 3-star review when I first gave it to it, and I said, I don't think the hot dog was worth it. And it's about one of my favorite things I've ever put down. I'm thinking, I just don't believe the hot dog was honestly fucking worth the decisions you made in this movie. No, but when he sits down and they sit across the table, he goes, "You don't know us?" And he's like, "Wow, yeah, we just came through." And he's like, "How's it going?" No, we're here. I waited to watch you die. And he's like, "You got the and then he says, "Oh, you got the meatloaf? That's a shame. They have a really good," and I don't know what he says, but he's like, "They have a really good brisket. Too bad you're never going to be able to try it." And then shoots him in the dick.
Yeah.
And then just shoots him in every spot besides the spot to kill him. So he feels and like you're just like, and then the ending where they're just able to work through it and get it's a brilliant movie. I don't know where I was. Stop it. But no, just the snowball, the shot in the face, the rape. Just stop it. This movie's more than just the rape tagline that Nazario put on it. No, but it went up for me. I think it's a great movie. This cast is absolutely incredible, and De Niro is phenomenal in this film.
Being serious for a minute, Brad Renfro should get also credit. Lost too soon. The guy was a great actor, and he started with this one. He was in Up Pupil too, right, Mike?
Yes.
Brad Renfro did Up Pupil, did Sleepers, and he also did Bully, which is an amazing
Bully is
film.
fucking amazing.
If you haven't seen it, completely recommend it. Okay. Sleepers. We haven't chosen What Goes versus Sleepers yet, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so the movie that goes versus Sleeper, it's shit. I just saw this movie. It's fucking perfect. It's Kramer versus Kramer.
Oh. Well, I'll make this
actually, I just see this like 2 weeks ago. I had never seen it before.
I'll make this really quick. It's Kramer versus Kramer for me. Kramer versus Kramer is the perfect marriage. Like, Marriage Story is really good, but I think this movie does it better. Those scenes where Hoffman and his kid are just the French toast scene is one of those scenes that will stay with me forever. It's like, well, mommy doesn't do that. Well, mommy's not here, okay? And like he loses it and he snaps. And the kid's performance in this is beyond years. Like when he grabs the ice cream, like, no, you need to eat your dinner first, and he just puts that spoon in there, and then they pick him up. As a dad, this movie relates way more to me because once that kid defies you in that moment, the only thing you want to do is yeet that kid out the house. But there's a love that comes with it that you understand that they're having a bad day or they're feeling something different. And when he falls and hurts himself, and he runs into the emergency room just to get him take care of it. He knows he's not going to leave his side, and then he tells Meryl Streep's character like that, and she said, and they use it against him in court. And he sits there just dumbfounded, and he still loses. So then he sets it up, he does the emotional thing, and then she ends up can't do it. And it's just so much up and down. He gives an insane performance in this, and it's still my favorite from that year. So yeah, Kramer versus Kramer. I fucking hate that it goes up against Sleeper because Sleeper would have went a couple more rounds if it played anything else. But Kramer versus Kramer is probably one of those perfect films.
I love the mirroring between the original French toast scene and the last French toast scene. Like it shows in a scene where they have no dialogue at all. It shows how much has the relationship developed and grown over the 18 months or so that they were together without the mother. It's one of those things that shockingly doesn't actually need to be acknowledged, and yet it's perfect. I really love this movie, even though I don't get a vote. Boatman.
I don't know what I'm picking because I really like both these movies. My one issue, and I don't even want to say it's an issue, but the reason, like, I wish I hadn't seen Marriage Story first because personally I do prefer Marriage Story because I like seeing both sides of the argument. I like seeing the good and bad about both, whereas this movie, you stay with Hoffman the whole time. It puts you firmly on Hoffman's side. And that's where that dynamic, it's not really for the audience, Kramer versus Kramer. It's Kramer, Dustin Hoffman's characters should win versus Meryl Streep is almost too much of the villain in this, even though her scene where she breaks down, you do get some sympathy there. So I don't know what I'm picking, but this movie is fantastic. This movie was kind of ahead of its time. It really was, because this kind of realism was not really shown that much in film.
Well, so this was on the top 100, and Zach brought up that the same point of Meryl Streep being the villain in this movie. But I think this is one of those time capsules set in a time frame of where Hoffman, where it's a very pro mom state, or in general. When they filed for divorce and they waited for custody, it was almost a cut and dry, no questions asked. The mom got the kid. So it was telling that story of him, but him going through all the hoops to get him. And I think the difference between Marriage Story and this one is there's a fleshed out where both sides want the kid and want to do what's best. In this situation, she doesn't want the kid and she runs. And you don't get to see her side of it until she returns to set up a villain type role.
That's fair.
But she sets up saying she wants the kid. So if they were both fighting for it, it'd be a little different. But yeah, I think it's more of a time capsule of the time period than a exact like who's the real motive. Like he spent all the money and still ends up losing because of what it was back then. If you filed divorce, you were not getting that kid.
That's fair.
Mike Hanley, what about Kramer versus Kramer?
Yeah, this movie's amazing. This is definitely the superior version of the Marriage Story. I love this movie so much. Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep together are incredible. I do agree with Boatman that it does push it to one side in this movie, but I don't hold that against it. I think this is a great fucking movie. And yeah, do you know what? Boatman, if you decide to go Sleeper, we can actually get the chat involved because I will, if you don't want to vote for it, or if you go that, I will abstain my vote and I'll let the chat
I think I'm going. It's neck and neck for me in terms of pure movie quality. I'm going to vote Kramer versus Kramer because Kramer versus Kramer is actually a Dustin Hoffman movie, whereas Dustin Hoffman
is 100% fair.
Technicalities.
And Kramer versus Kramer will not work if Hoffman's not the name.
Yeah, Kramer versus Kramer.
I do have to say that.
You can cut Dustin Hoffman out of Sleepers and the movies.
And put anybody in there, yeah.
I'm still gonna say something because, like, in Central America, we are like way underdeveloped with the societal norms. Like, the level of wokeness that you guys got now is very far from the one we have. So,
We're pretty woke.
actually, in like today, 2021, if a couple goes to get a divorce, the mom gets the kid. That is like it was for you in the 70s. It's still that way here, even though
Oh yeah,
the,
it's still like that here in the United States a lot. It doesn't matter. You have to basically prove a lot of evidence why it doesn't work the other way, and that's just how it works. By the way, Jenny is the bigger villain. There's still no question about it. Jenny is one of the biggest villains in movie history.
oh yeah, from First Gump.
From Forrest Gump. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sucks.
Fucking bar.
The next one is Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
I mean, it's fun. It's a little forgettable. I actually think this is one of those. DreamWorks does a lot with their series. Like, they keep getting better as they go along. I do believe that's true with Madagascar. I do believe that's true with this one. How to Train Your Dragon. Some people say 2 is better than 1. I don't agree with that one, but it's close. Have you guys seen the Kung Fu Panda?
I've watched all 3 of the Kung Fu Panda movies. I think the first one is easily the best one. I think this has some of the best action you will see, whether it be in an animated or non-animated movie. I think the action sequences are super fun and creative. I think Jack Black as Poe is just perfect casting. I think he's very fun. Shifu is not one of my favorite characters in this movie. He's fine. He's good. I like Dustin Hoffman. But I don't think, depending on what this goes up against, I'm guessing I will probably vote for the other because this is not really a Dustin Hoffman movie, but this is a real fun DreamWorks movie.
I think he has the
like
most
pandas?
to do. I think he has the most to do in this one than the rest of them. I think I really like 2 of Kung Fu Panda with Gary Oldman as the villain. I think that's where it's interesting. I think 3 is when it gets off the. 3 gets a little stupid because there's a lot of pandas and we're all family. Hoo-hoo, I don't care. But this one, the breakout scene in the jail of, I can't think of the character's name of who the villain is in this one. But Tai Long, yeah, when he uses the feather and like breaks through and gets out, like one of the best like action sequences you could have in an animated movie, even in a movie. So it always gets me there. But again, Jack Black I like, but he makes this character just so like doughy and just, I know that's what the character's supposed to be. It's just that doesn't pertain to me. I get it, you're a fat panda. Haha. Let's move on. It's like Kevin Hart, you're short. I understand.
The bad guy in this one is Bryan Cranston, right?
No. Yeah, no.
It's Ian McShane.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Ian McShane. Okay.
Bryan Cranston is not even the bad guy in the third one.
No.
He's not.
But he is in the
dad.
third one.
J.K. Simmons.
Oh, he's the dad. You're right.
Third one.
Who's
Okay.
the
J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons? Yes,
Mike.
Yeah,
because Ian McShane, Gary Oldman, J.K. Simmons.
Gary Oldman is the best of the villains.
Yes, it is.
I've only seen the first one, and I really enjoy this movie. This movie is funny as hell. Jack Black is great, and this Dustin Hoffman is great. Yeah, this is a fun animated movie.
I like the turtle. Okay. Kung Fu Panda. I think I have seen this movie at some point in my life, but I completely forgot about it. So I honestly don't even remember the plot. I like jury movies, so I might watch it again. Runaway Jury.
Shit. Ooh. Runaway Jury is a movie that should work better than it does. There are
Have
a
you
lot
read
of
the book, Cody?
I have not.
The book is fucking fantastic.
Which probably makes sense why they made it a movie, but then they failed to do what they needed to do in this. Because when you get Hoffman, you get Hackman in the same movie.
Rachel Weisz.
Magic should happen, and it's very a paint by numbers what's happening, and it's never like just over that leap to make it go to like excellent performances. I enjoy liking it, but it's just not like the beginning starts really seen when like Hackman's being able to like see everything going on and like knows what to do and like picks out all the juries and takes people out like left right, and so interesting. but then it falls right off the map. I don't think this is very memorable. I'm surprised. I have to go with Kung Fu Panda over this.
I haven't seen this.
And
How about you, Mike? Have you seen this?
I love, like, when I was in junior high and high school, I read through the majority of John Grisham books, and this was one of them that I really fucking loved. So when I knew that the movie was coming out, I was excited. And I think the movie's okay. You know, I can watch it and have a good time. It's not amazing at all. It does fall flat towards the end completely. I love the fact that I can't think of her name right now, but it has the Mighty Ducks chick in it.
Lauren Graham?
No, not Lauren. No, not in the series. The movies, motherfucker. Not these movies. The hockey. The main hockey chick, the dark-haired one.
Oh,
I can't think of a fucking name right now.
I'll get it.
Yeah, but she's great as one of Hackman's little researchers in there. Rachel Weisz.
Monroe?
Yes, Monroe. There we go.
She's hot.
Of course, but yeah, I think the performances are all right. Dustin Hoffman is great in this, but yeah, overall as a movie, it does fall flat for me.
Cody voted Panda.
And I'll vote Panda as well.
Shit, good for Panda. Okay. The next one is Rain Man.
Ooh.
This one I've seen. It's actually pretty good. You like it?
You want to go first, Bowman, or you want me to?
You can.
Okay, yeah. I love this movie. I am like Chance, I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan, and this is one of his serious roles that I really fucking enjoy. I love the dynamic between the two. It's fucking fantastic. Dustin, like, how pissed off Tom Cruise gets in this movie is funny as hell. He gets so, especially like during the sex scene, and Dustin Hoffman's just recreating the moans, and he's just sitting there watching TV. It's so fucking funny. And then all the casino bits are great. I do love the heart towards the end of this movie with how Tom Cruise definitely falls in love with his brother, and he really fucking cares for him. And he just realizes that his brother does have problems, and is him helping him the way he is actually worth going through what Dustin Hoffman does. Yeah, this movie is fantastic, and yes, Kmart sucks.
And this is Barry Levinson again, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit. Cody, you like Rain Man?
Yeah, Rain Man's one of my favorite movies. I understand the day in society now, it probably is not like the most politically correct movie.
Woke movie. It's not
yeah.
woke.
But I don't think Hoffman's ever been better. Honestly. I mean, if you think about it, like, there's roles that I like more. But the way he commits to this role and goes full in, and it's a masterclass of what he's able to do. And have a solid, angry, motherfucking straight man next to him as Cruz. Is just the perfect dynamic between both of them. I don't feel like this movie works as well if either one are not cast in this role. I think they both were perfectly cast. I mean, there's so many quotable things, like from the toothpick when he drops down, he's like, "What the fuck did you just say?" We're in a 68, and the fuck? How many are there? I mean, like there were that many, and there's like no freaking way. And so he uses it as a Ponzi scheme to get fucking money. You're gonna count cards for me. But then this movie does take a turn and has real heart, and I believe he deserved the Oscar for this. I really do. I think he's absolutely outstanding in this role. So.
Yeah, no, this is maybe my favorite performance of Dustin Hoffman. I think he is just incredible in this. And I think the dynamic with Cruz is perfect. The stuff at the casino is great when they're doing really well on the blackjack, and then Dustin Hoffman goes over to the wheel and it's like it's gonna land on this. And Cruz is just like, okay, I believe you, puts it all down, and then it doesn't land there. That's great. Well, I obviously Hoffman is amazing. I feel like Cruz is underappreciated in this. I
agree.
think Cruz works really well, and if Cruz doesn't work as well, this movie isn't as good. Well, you know, he got the money in the house, but I got the rose bushes. I got the rose bushes.
Oh, the fucking rose bushes! Great! Oh, got all the money in the house. So good.
Okay, so this movie,
Raven, you're pissing me.
this movie will go
3
against
o'clock. 3 o'clock. Stop
best.
being an asshole. Can we just move this shit
best.
around?
of the Kung Fu Panda movies.
Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go!
I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything.
This is against Rain Man, right?
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
We already talked about Poe. Let's go.
Shit! Why are you hating on Poe? That is the best one.
Hey, Kung
yeah,
Fu
but it's
Panda
not
2.
Rain Man.
Take care.
Okay.
Fucking kill me.
And now, Kung Fu Panda 3.
I haven't seen any
The
of this. I
worst
can't say
of
anything.
them.
Yeah, this is not a very good one. And
There's
that one,
more fat pandas.
What
in
is
this
it going
one.
against?
They multiply.
that one is gonna
Oh my
go against
God.
Raven.
Wag the dog missed out. One of these two is coming in. I haven't seen either.
Sleepers
I
had to
can't
be
vote.
eliminated. Sleepers had to be eliminated.
And Wag the Dog had to be eliminated.
Guys,
Sleepers and
I
Wag
think
the
we
Dog
should let
had to be
the- we
eliminated
should
so
let the
Racing
chat
Stripes could run.
decide. We should let the chat decide on this
No.
one.
Screw you, pandas. I'm going with the zebra because he's
Me
voiced
too.
by Malcolm in the Middle.
I want to set up an easy matchup for round 2, so I'm going Racing Stripes. Let's go. This movie's ass.
Racing Stripes.
Both are ass.
But Frankie Muniz is a zebra.
My brother watched this movie like numerous amounts of times for some fucking reason.
This was like my favorite movie when I was 5.
That explains a lot.
Okay.
Frankie
It has
Muniz
side
is a
effects.
very Boatman actor.
My favorite movie was Goodfellas as a little kid.
The next
Good time.
one.
Made
Yeah.
different childhoods for me.
The next one is a top 100 fucking movie.
Oh,
Boom! Perfume, the story of a murder.
And see it.
We cannot leave fucking Dustin Hoffman out of this one.
I love the hell out of this movie. This movie's
Yeah,
fucking
He's
fantastic,
a
man.
master perfume
He
maker.
looks like an old woman in that picture.
It's part of the thing. Like
Is
every
he
male
back
looks
to
like
being
that.
Tootsie in this? Like, what's going on?
Everybody in this movie, when they're like not dressed up, they look like that because when they receive people or like present themselves, they use the big wigs and they put the makeup on it and stuff. It's actually pretty fucking great. He is actually a very important role in the first half of the movie. He's the master perfume maker
Yes.
that discovers fucking Ben Wishaw's ability to use his nose to detect everything. And he gets frustrated because he has dedicated his life to the art of making essential perfumes. And fucking Ben Whishaw, who just got born in a fucking wasteland, just comes in and he says like, I can recreate every perfume you have here. And they're like, yeah, motherfucker, you think you can do that? Recreate this one. And the guy just goes like, and mixes a bunch of shit, and it's like, perfect. And the guy's like, what the fuck? That was a lucky guess. Do it again, and do it again. And then he realizes that Ben Whishaw has the best nose in the business, other than Ratatouille.
Riveting.
So, you haven't seen it? None of you?
I've seen it.
I mean, it's 2 hours and 22 minutes, and it's on Prime, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it.
I would say watch it.
Okay.
Great fucking movie. I'm being serious about that.
This is a great fucking movie. 100%.
So, that one,
Is that just because it has murder in the title?
No.
that one goes against Lemony Snicket's, a series of unfortunate events.
I always forget Dustin Hoffman is in this movie. I saw this movie once when I was like 8.
Yeah, I don't remember this movie at all.
I think Jim Carrey's a lot of fun here.
Hello.
I like the TV show better.
Who is Dustin Hoffman in this movie, Nazario?
I don't remember. I'm gonna look. Give me a second.
Well, okay, so at least the things I can tell you about this movie. I remember Jim Carrey, I remember the kids, and isn't Streep in this?
Yeah, she's in it. I remember her.
Those are the three. I don't even remember Hoffman being in this movie, but it's been since it came out that I watched it. So
He is a critic in the movie, just as critic.
okay, so I'm gonna give it to Perfume just
Yeah.
because
Perfume because I don't even remember.
Perfume.
you two have spoke highly on it, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna check it out. But I can't go with somebody that's literally hardly in the movie.
It worked. I love it.
What a
Okay.
seating.
Next one, another movie I have never heard of. It's just called Lenny.
I haven't seen it.
Lenny is amazing. Seriously. Nazario, I think you will actually really like Lenny. Lenny seems really up your alley. I would actually really recommend Lenny. This is, I don't want to say too much because if you don't know the true story, it's really interesting. It's about the comic Lenny Bruce, who was kind of the first stand-up comic to do like risque and kind of sexual material, and he got arrested a lot for obscenity.
Right
And-
up your alley, Nazario.
and-
I've always been more of a Carl guy, but I'll trust you.
And it's free right now on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
cool.
you have Prime, watch it. The way this movie is edited, this movie has some of the most brilliant editing. The way it goes back and forth between Bruce's stand-up routines and interviews and all these other things. And this is one of Dustin Hoffman's greatest performances, period. He is incredible at showing just the transformation that this character goes through. And this movie is brilliant. I love this movie. I was taken back by how much I love this movie. I'll be honest. I think that Francis Ford Coppola and Bob Fosse should have swapped the years they won Oscars. I think Coppola deserved it for 72 for Godfather 1. Fosse deserved it for 74. They both won, but Fosse won for Cabaret and Coppola won for Godfather 2. I would swap their Oscars because I think this movie is incredible. It's between this and Graduate for my favorite film. I would be taken back by how much I love this movie.
Cody, have you seen Lenny?
Yes, I told him before he does this panel that he needs to see Lenny.
Thank you, Cody.
It's probably his. It's rough because I think Hoffman's got like probably 7 great performances that you could take stuff from. This is definitely one of them. This movie gets just overlooked when you speak of the 70s. If you want to be real honest, like people don't talk about Lenny in the same breath that they talk about like all the other ones from him. They talk about Midnight Cowboy. They talk about The Graduate. They talk about Kramer vs. Kramer, but you don't get to hear about Lenny. Lenny is absolutely an incredible story. I didn't know a lot about him, the comedian, the comic, before watching this. I did a lot of deep dive afterwards on him, and I think he does such a good job for bringing this character to life, this real person to life. And I agree with the editing. This movie works so well with how the movie is put together. I just need to clarify what Bowman's saying. So Francis did not win for Godfather 1?
He did not win for Godfather 1. Bob Fosse won for Cabaret. And Bob Fosse...
Then I can stand with you on that one. That's fine.
Coppola won for Godfather Part 2. So they both won. I would just swap the years they won.
That's fine. Kirk would say you give it.
The next one is a movie I actually really liked when I was younger. And I'm going to leave it here because I need to go do something for 30 seconds. So talk about it. It is Outbreak.
I haven't seen Outbreak.
I enjoy this movie. Is it amazing? No, but I enjoy it for what it is. Like when the virus started, when the pandemic hit, this was one of the first movies I went back to rewatch.
That part of the problem.
Because I started watching like Contagion and shit, like everyone else watched Contagion and shit. So I went to watch Outbreak because, you know, fucking Outbreak is at least fun. Contagion is a good movie, but Outbreak is just a good time. It's just fucking fun. Dustin Hoffman is great in this. Morgan Freeman is great in this. There's so many fucking cameos in this movie. It's crazy. Kevin Spacey, you know, he's in it. Christopher Plummer probably would have done it better. But yeah, I like this movie. The movie's fun.
So this is, if you're
yes, it is a monkey from Friends.
Yeah, this movie feels like 95. Yeah. This movie is exactly where it came out. I watched this like when we were in the pandemic for a while. I didn't watch it right after the pandemic because that would have probably given me like the heebie-jeebies. But this movie is just 90s camp, but not a lot of fun. Like a lot of 90s movies can be a lot of fun. This is a little too campy, but the cast is insane. It's got Cuba Gooding Jr., like Donald Sutherland, I think, is in this.
Oh, yeah, Donald Sutherland's in this.
Patrick Dempsey's in this. Like, it's got who's who of people. So, and Hoffman's fine in it, but yeah, not one of his best.
Contagion's better, but I do find it a little entertaining. I actually grew up with this shit. Like, where's the monkey? We have to find the monkey. You know, good shit. So, is it Lenny or is it Outbreak?
I haven't seen Outbreak, so I would
Lenny.
Okay.
It's good time, Burr.
Mike, did you vote?
Mike lives in.
Well, I haven't seen Lenny, so I would have to go Outbreak, but I knew Lenny was taking it. So my vote didn't matter.
Okay.
Rosario, watch Lenny. It's very up your alley.
I'm going to take your word for that. You watch fucking Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. The next one. What the fuck is this? Mr. Magorium's Wonder Emporium.
Oh, this fucking movie.
It's Natalie Portman, too.
Yeah.
How did I not know about this? Have anybody seen this one?
I've seen it once in the video store, and yeah, I didn't pay attention.
In theaters and repeatedly on DVD. Is this movie good? No. Did I watch this movie an inhuman amount of times? Yes. It's a creative movie. I think that is the one thing I will give it, is at the very least it is a creative movie. It's a bad movie.
Fair.
Bar, do you mean magical as in there's magic in the movie, or like a good thing?
You're thinking of the other one, Garth.
No, I think you're thinking about the one
Imaginarium of Dr. Panassus.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
No worries, Garth. I've gotten those two titles confused too.
This movie I watched for the special. When somebody came to Natalie Portman and said, "Hey, do you want to be in a movie with Dustin Hoffman?" she probably said, "Absolutely." And then this was the movie it was chosen. I think Hoffman is awful in this movie. I think he is like doing his best impersonation of Adam Sandler. I wish I could have just saved and waited this to watch this with my kids, but I decided, no, let me check it out first. Well, my kids ain't ever watching it, I'll tell you that much. I'm not putting them through it. And the title annoys me. It's too many. It makes me stumble through my words.
It makes me think about Mr. Magoo. Okay.
My wife that hates movies just said trash movies, so I stand.
This one goes against a movie I also never heard about. Shit, this is like the weirdest matchups.
Oh yeah.
The Big Man.
Haven't seen it.
This movie is wild. This movie is crazy. It is all over the place. Dustin Hoffman and Faye Dunaway in this movie. He gets adopted by Indians, and then he believes he is an Indian, and he like has to reunite with his brother at one point. Why Faye Dunaway and them want to keep him? It's a really weird movie. It's a lot of fun, but it's really weird. It's not one of my ones that I'm probably going to go back to more, but he saves a lot, and he was the main story is he's like one of the last survivors at the Custard's last stand, and he's like having this entire conversation with Colonel Custard at this, and telling him to like go down the hill and battle. It's a weird time. I think Bowman would actually really like this movie, but it's not a full movie, so it's okay if it doesn't make it through the next round.
Boatman, you haven't seen it then?
I haven't seen it. Mr. Megorian is bad, and Cody at the very least liked this movie, so I would say let's move on, Little Big Man.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, it's going against Mr. Rigori. Yes, Little Big Man goes through.
Little Big Man that makes it to round 2. Okay.
How many more we got in round 1?
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need 2 more.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
God damn, I was going to say, well, what the fuck?
You're counting how many more we have.
The next one for number 15 is Little Fuckers. Probably the worst. Probably the worst of that. This one's shitty, guys.
Oh my god. I'm going to be honest, I totally forgot that he came back for this one.
Isn't this one the one like they appear for like half a second, or is that
I mean,
shit?
they're in it. They're in it. They're not in it as much, but no, this is my like.
Barbara Streisand is in it for like 2 minutes.
Correct.
Yeah.
But no, they have kids and everything like that. My favorite part of this entire movie, it's the only part that ever works, is when Ben Stiller's losing it at that hospital. And by the way, Jack had a heart attack last week. Didn't tell you about it. And like walks out, like, and then they all flip out on him. But this movie's bad. This movie's absolute garbage.
Movie.
Bo, do you love it?
This was a cash grab if I ever saw one.
I haven't seen either of the Fockers. I've seen Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents good.
And I don't love Meet the Parents as much as other people do. I understand it. A lot of the best moments were basically spoiled for me before I saw Meet the Parents. So a lot of the jokes that were fresh for me were not the famous jokes. So I feel like I would not like this movie.
See, it's funny, when Little Fockers came out, American Reunion was following it, and I went, are they going to do what they did with Little Fockers and make it mainly about the kids and forget about it? But they went the right route with American Reunion compared to Little Fockers.
Are you talking about American Pie 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, American Reunion. That's what it's called, motherfucker.
I know. I mean, it's better than 3, but... Okay, it's going against Midnight Cowboy.
We can save a lot of time.
Yeah, let's just move on. We can just move on.
Everybody is talking out there, trying to find the word.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Midnight Cowboy next round, so
yeah.
Let's move on. Okay, and for the last spot, we have Meet the Fuck. This is the one.
I will take the football scene in this movie over a lot of scenes in movies. When Robert De Niro gets taken fully out by Dustin Hoffman, doesn't know what he's doing, and fully upends him. It is a great time. But is this movie stupid? Yes. Do we get to see Robert De Niro put on a fake breast and feed his grandchild? Yes, we do. Yes. And is she a sex therapist? Uh-huh. This is all that's in this movie, and it's a great time.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman's great in this. He plays his fucking part
the
only way he can, man. But yeah, movie itself, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I actually like Meet the Parents fine enough, but the sequel and especially the third one are pretty shitty. I haven't seen Marathon Man, but I assume it's better than Meet the Fuckers.
Yes. Marathon Man will make you fear of going to the dentist ever again. This movie is terrifying. It really
what the hell does a dentist have to do with a marathon?
You'll
need to watch the movie.
Okay.
Hoffman is great.
Yes.
So
We've done it. We can go home. No, we
Round
haven't.
two.
We're round 2.
yes, an hour and 30 minutes. Let's fucking go. The first one is Marathon Man.
Oh God, what are you gonna do to this?
Space here, and it's gonna go again.
Oh my God, I know what it's going against.
Yeah.
All the President's Man.
Somebody tell me.
Do we like Watergate or do we like a dentist in a marathon?
Oh
I haven't seen either.
I still pick Wag the Dog over both of these.
This is how the show works. See, the show is kind of boring when you think of the concept of like, oh, we're just going to put movies through the thing. No, but the thing that makes it interesting is when Nazara decides to fuck the entire community over by putting things together that they shouldn't go together. Racing, yes, Racing Stride says a shot to go to round 2 over this. I'm going All the President's Men.
Go ahead, Bowman. What do you?
I will also go All the President's Men, but we haven't really talked about Marathon Man. I do want to say Marathon Man is really intriguing. I don't love the first hour of Marathon Man. First hour's a little slow. Then once Olivier becomes more prominent, the film gets much better and Hoffman gets a lot more to do. But I'm still voting All the President's Men.
I think that's the main problem with Marathon Man is the first hour is very slow compared to All the President's Men hits the ground running and continues on. But yeah, I would honestly take Wagging the Dog over Marathon Man. So that's kind of sucks that one of these are going. But yeah, All the President's Men is almost a perfect movie.
Mike, do you agree? Do we kick Marathon Man out?
Oh yeah, Marathon Man's gone. All the President's Men for me.
Okay.
You pressed the wrong button.
We'll do it live.
Yes.
I
here he
never
is.
realized that Steve
God damn.
Jobs is next to Godfather on your wall.
Okay. Let me
I
get
have
the
2 posters behind me. So like
Those are equal?
it's not that they're equal, they were just both-size posters alone.
Yeah.
I also have other posters like over there to that on the wall facing.
Next one's Tootsie.
Okay.
And Tootsie
Don't exit out again.
goes against Midnight Cowboy.
Racing Stripes. Oh, I hear like fucking heroes gonna make it to round 3.
I'm going Tootsie.
I'm also voting Tootsie. We didn't really get a chance to talk about Midnight
true.
Cowboy. Dustin Hoffman is my favorite performance in this movie. I think he is absolutely incredible. I think I would put him in supporting that he was nominated for lead. And he had, if you haven't seen True Grit, John Wayne is not great in True Grit, and he's who won that year. Dustin Hoffman should have won the Oscar for that. And I think he's incredible. The movie itself has some weird editing choices and weird pacing, but it's still really good. But Tootsie is much better.
I think the problem is I don't really like John Voight that much in this movie. I think he's fine, but I don't think he's absolutely incredible because he's going up against Hoffman, and Hoffman is perfect in this movie.
Yeah,
it's one of his best roles.
Anaconda, it's a superior John Voight.
And True Grit with Jeff Bridges. And True Grit with Jeff Bridges is a superior True Grit.
Yes.
So
I think they'll talk.
Tootsie moves on.
Oh,
Now
let's see what
we have
It's gonna have
Racing Stripes versus Little Big Man.
okay, Chef.
and Chef Ghost versus Little Big Man.
Chef.
Huh. This round is going swimmingly.
Well, we've already been here an hour and a half. And we're,
Yeah,
tired,
round 2 and 3 usually last like 10 minutes.
and we're tired of seeing your face. Because you made All the President's Men go against 2 of the hardest categories of all time ever.
The mayor with stories.
Okay.
We're
Those
scared.
again.
Oh my
Lenny.
Hook may actually have a chance to make it to round 3 the way we're going. Oh my god.
Lenny.
I'm voting Lenny, but screw you, Nazario. She doesn't know about mechanics. She knows about cars.
That's proven.
Lenny moves on.
Oh my
The next
god.
one.
What do we got next?
The Hook versus Kung Fu Panda, and Hook's gonna kill through.
Family business.
Oh my god.
Make Nazario cry. Family business.
Family business.
No!
I'm sorry, Nazario, I can't save you.
Family business. Family business.
Yeah, I'll put family business through perfume. No, screw
This
it.
feels more retaliational than
It is.
movie. Oh, fucking shit.
You done effed up?
Okay.
What do we got next?
Oh shit. This is gonna be good.
Oh no. What are you gonna do to me?
To graduate.
Oh no. Oh god damn.
I'll leave.
I just want to know if you guys are ready for this.
I swear.
Question strike.
Oh, okay.
Graduate.
Anyway, let's move on.
The graduate.
Oh.
Okay.
At least we got one of them out.
Next one. Rain Man
Okay.
versus
God
Hook.
damn you. God damn you, Nazo, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
He's your friend. He's your team partner. You have to pay for the sins of your partner. I'm going Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Fuck you, Nazario.
Bye bye, Cookie. And the last one.
I might watch Rain Man today.
And the last one is Kramer versus Kramer
Okay, Kramer versus Kramer.
versus.
You could have put Hook against fucking Kung Fu Panda, you son of a bitch.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer.
And then the
I hate that you
pandas were
put the
gone.
Marowitz story because that's probably his best performance of the 2000s, like
Round
the 21st
three.
century.
Start this shit.
I'm upset that I went on the show.
Lenny.
Oh god.
Is it against the graduate, or is it against Kramer versus Kramer?
Oh my god.
All the presidents, man.
Okay. This is still rough, but this is a fair round 3 matchup.
No, I know, but what did all the president's men do to Nazario? It's had to survive 3 of them.
That's true.
I'm going Lenny.
I am also going Lenny.
Yes. Bye bye, presidents, man. Now we go. Tootsie.
Okay.
Tootsie goes against Rain.
And family business is still here.
Yeah, I'm going Rain Man.
I'm going
also
Rain Man.
Rain Man. Tootsie is great. Rain Man is much better pacing wise.
It's a
Okay.
better movie, yeah, overall.
Kramer versus Kramer.
It
Oh
is.
no. It better be family business.
It's gotta be.
Chef.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Same with
Dustin
Kramer.
Hoffman's in that movie more.
And for the last one,
The Graduate versus Family Business.
Okay, let's just move on. Family
Right.
Business shouldn't even made it this far.
Yeah, Hook should have, you sons of bitches.
I have to put the fucking picture. Wait. Family.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I don't care about your structure.
We don't care about your hard work anymore. You
put
have
up
ruined
minor
all that today.
stories
Sir.
against Lenny in round 2. And all the President's Men versus Wag the Dog.
Semi-finals.
This is gonna be tough.
No more joking around now, motherfucker. Lenny versus the Graduate.
You have to pay for your fucking sins, you sons of bitches.
Shit, we are running through these rounds, Mike. It's been like 10 minutes for 3 rounds.
This is the easiest one for me. Can't reveal it yet, but one has blew up the rankings. So it's the Graduate.
Both.
Can you go to me last?
Oh yeah, I'll make it easy. Graduate.
Okay. Those are my top 2. Those are my top 2.
Yeah.
I'm happy either way. They're both amazing. I don't know what I would have gone with, and I'm glad I don't have to decide.
You would have went with Lenny. It's fresher in your mind.
I don't know.
Rain Man.
Versus Kramer.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Rain Man.
Cody, you should have voted Hook, motherfucker. Rain Man.
He didn't vote either. That's a travesty. That's a
And then
travesty. Well, you know what? I'm okay with this because it makes it.
in the finals is Rain Man versus the Graduate.
The Graduate.
Hello,
Who wins?
darkness, my old friend.
And here's to Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, it's a Graduate. It was never in question. It was the Graduate.
Elaine!
And your winner, the best Dustin Hoffman movie.
And a movie that Nazara will have to watch soon. I can't wait for that 3-star review and be like, I don't get it. He was trying to have sex with her. She was trying to have sex with him. Why wouldn't she? What's the problem?
Okay. That was fun.
Yeah.
See? An hour and 30 minutes for round 1, 12 minutes for the rest of the thing.
And if Bar was here, we'd still be going.
True. We don't get to put music because of Twitch blocks us. So
Before
now
we
we
leave-
fake dance.
Wait, before we leave, we have tomorrow debate. Tomorrow night debate.
Oh yeah, we have a debate tomorrow. And I actually need a 4th judge because I didn't realize that if I have 3 people debating and I have 3 judges, I might have a tie. Unless you want to break the ties, Mike.
Yeah, I'll break the ties. Fuck it.
Shit, well, then
And
we're
then
ready.
Friday at 3:30, Burr and me are going to be on Why We Love Horror.
What are you talking
Sweet.
about?
The Thing.
Great fucking movie.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, I
Like
had
the more
Twitch
shit.
on the entire time in the background, watching the entire episode.
Cody.
So you're welcome.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Get them views. That's the shit. Also,
Follow our shit.
we
We're selling out.
We debuted a new show today.
Yes.
We may be dropping it sporadically. Hope you enjoy it. It's not on Twitch though. It's on YouTube. Thanks, Cody, for showing up for this. Thanks, Boatman. Thanks, Mike. This has been pretty actual fun. And go watch Perfume, guys, because it's fucking great. See you next time. No, rank them. Fake the music, fake the music.